Hi guys, and welcome to a unboxing video. This one is a different type of box. It's still a book box. This one, my hands are really dry, so I'm gonna put lotion on. This is one that I found advertised on Instagram. So I have, oh, I don't have it fully pulled up. Come on, go to your post. Go to your thingy. View profile. There we go. Okay, so I have their Instagram pulled up. And it's called Spooky Book Shop. I saw this a couple of months ago and I wanted to gift myself 3 months. So 3 boxes. And so I have done that. I've just received my first box. And I'm going to their website now through Instagram. And the options when I click on their information for Instagram is there's pre-orders, you can sell your books, sponsor a stack, which I'm not sure what that is. It says book a night in our Airbnb, shop, then pick up or ship. They have a book club. They have a Discord server, some other places like Twitter, and monthly book package. They have a read it program, a book exchange. So they've got several options. I'm going to go to their monthly book package. Okay, so their monthly book package for 1 month is $31. It says you can do a 1 month, a 3 month, a 6 month, or a 1 year option. So 1 month is $31. 3 months is you're saving like $13. So instead of being $93, it's $80.91, at least as of right now, which is the cost that I did when I signed up for it. So I figure 3 months is a good way to try it. Now, your options, so again, just $31 a month, and then bonus if you do a longer month, then you save a little bit of money. So your options for the type of books that come in the box are horror, mystery thriller and horror, fantasy, science fiction, romance, true crime, and cozy mystery. You also have the option of surprise me, which is what I did, so I can get a combination of any of those books. So let me tell you a little bit about what it says on their website, because it will describe it better than I can. It says, the Books Around the Corner monthly book package includes 2 books per month, a combination of new, used, and advanced readers' copies, a candle, and another bookish surprise. Could be a sticker, a pin, a button, bookmark, etc. Selection may include children's chapter books and young adult titles. So you're more than likely getting a range, more than likely adult, but you could get some children's or some young adult. It says, our monthly book package delivers a carefully curated book, sometimes first editions, signed copies, and free swag, by librarian and owner Stephanie, and of course our shop cat Spooky, directly to your door each month. We keep track of everything we send to you to avoid sending any duplicates. That is very nice. It says, please read the description carefully. All sales are final, no refunds. Okay, which I plan on that being with any book subscription. Let's see, books and items in each package are subject to change without notice. Receive 13% off if you order a 3-month or longer monthly book package, which is what I did. And if you would like to combine genres like mystery and horror, they have a spot that you can put special instructions in, as well as your shirt size and your birthday. So, which is I did. I put my shirt size in that. So that's what that is. So it's monthly. I like their little, let me see if I can zoom in, their little logo. So, I mean, you can kind of see a little bit. So that's really what drew me in. So, okay, and I will link in the description box, at the very least, the Instagram profile so that you can go to their website, you can see the other options. If you want to check out their Facebook, if you want to check out their Twitter, you can go through the Instagram link to check that information out. So at the very least, I'll have that, if not the actual website, at the very least, the Instagram. So now I've already opened it because my mom wanted to know what was inside. So I know what's inside. You don't know what's inside. So it just comes just like this, and so let's take out the protective paper stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna take the books out and set these to the side, and let's take out these bookish goodies. And now I've got this miscellaneous type stuff. Okay. All right, let's go through these smaller items. So this miscellaneous stuff. Now, I have, in one of the books were 2 promotional bookmarks. One is for now available Princess Black, or part of the Princess in Pink series, it looks like. And so it just kind of tells a little bit about that. The back side of that is join us for the 10th anniversary Independent Bookstore Day. So this is an independent bookstore that you're supporting if you sign up for their stuff. And then you have a shop bookmark, which is books around the corner, horror, mysteries, thrillers, true crime, Halloween and spooky themed bookshop and Airbnb for all ages. We ship books of all genres, book subscriptions, and more. So it's just a promotional thing. And then it has some of their social media, Facebook and Instagram on the other side. Now this came in it. I won't be wearing this, so I'll just pass this along. It says Megan. I'm not sure exactly what that's supposed to be, but stuff on my wrist sometimes can really irritate me if it's not loose enough. And something like this would just kind of snag on the skin and the hairs because of the type of material it is not for me. It's a sensory thing. I can't stand it. On the opposite side of Megan, it has the date of January 6th of 23. So there's that. It did come with this little, is this a sticker or a die cut? It feels like it's a sticker. I'm trying to see for sure. It looks like it's a sticker. It feels like a sticker, so it's more than likely a sticker. Oh yeah, I can see where it's going to separate. Okay, it's just a little ghosty. It's hard to see. Kind of there you go. So it's a little ghosty on a little leaf. I'll hold on to this. I will use this. That is a cute sticker. And then there's a thank you card. It says, thank you so much for supporting my small business. I really appreciate your support. Stay spooky. Please follow us on social media, leave a Google review type of a thing. And then there's a handwritten note that says, please share on social media to help others find us. So, hey, that's what I'm doing by doing an unboxing on YouTube. So, anyway, so this is fun. So, there's a little card there. And then it came with this little booklet that says, Read Like an Artist, 10 Tips for a Better Life with Books by Austin Kleon. And it's just, stop reading books you don't like. Number 2, carry a book with you at all times. Number 3, turn on airplane mode. Number 4, read with a pencil. Number 5, no guilty pleasures. Which basically that is, read whatever you want. It's not a guilty pleasure. You just enjoy the book. Number 6, visit the past. Number 7, be promiscuous. Number 8, seek the serendipity of the stacks. Number 9, practice saying it wasn't for me, and which a book is not for everyone, but every book has someone that will like it. And number 10 is share books you love with others. And then it just goes into a little bit more depth. So that's fun on that. The other thing on here is a pin, which I do like collecting pins. It reminds me of a Walmart pin, except instead of a smiley face, it's a nope face. So that's fun. I like the pin. So let me just move this stuff out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and just recycle the card that this pin is on. If I can get to it. Okay. Okay, so I've got the pin off of the card, and I will put that with all my other pins. Now okay, so now we're into the 2 official items outside of the books. Now, one of these I'm going to pass this along. I don't drink tea. I have a hard time with flavoring tea, and I'm allergic to a lot of plants. So tea is just pretty much a no-go for me. And coffee is a definite no-go because I really don't like the smell of coffee. And I tried coffee one time and I hated the taste. But I know you've got to, there's things that you can do to kind of sweeten it and all that stuff, but not interested. Anyways, it sounds like it's a loose leaf. This is Anti-Ben Shan Green Dragon Oolong Tea. The Tao of Tea, Pure Leaf Teas. Net weight 100 grams or 3.5 ounces. This brews 50 cups. And then it tells you how to brew it. It talks about the Tao of Tea, roasting, the flavor profile. So this one is smooth golden infusion with grassy, toasty, and light floral notes. And this one does have, now this is interesting, you can't really see it, but it has a gradient for if it has 0 caffeine to the most amount of caffeine, which is just slightly above moderate for this one. It talks about greener oolong, sun withering, traditional rolling, and the origin. So, there's interesting stuff about this, but I'm not a tea drinker, so I will pass this along to somebody and let them enjoy this tea. Just not for me. Okay, now this next one is definitely for me. This is the candle. This one is a Sagittarius candle, which my birthday is December 15th. That makes me a Sagittarius. This says, once upon a time, a Sagittarius was born, loyal, philosophical, and giving. It says wood smoke, patchouli, and cinnamon. This is 8 ounces. And does it say anything? Just your standard warnings, trim the wick, don't leave unattended type of a thing. I like the smell of this because it smells like spicy, and that's because of the cinnamon in here. Oh, I wish you could smell this through the camera. I really enjoy this. So this is a big hit with me, and I will definitely use this. I'll probably save this for colder weather since we're starting to warm up, although today it has snowed. We're on like the second or third time today that it snowed, and it's the 30th of March. So, but this is going to go with my other candles that I have, and I will burn this and get use out of this, and I will thoroughly enjoy this, especially because of the cinnamon fragrance. Now, this came with 2 books. So one's definitely shorter and they're both pretty short, but let's go with this one. This one is called The Red Parts. This is an autobiography of a trial by Maggie Nelson. Now, I read my mom the synopsis of this, and what I can tell you right off is this is a true crime book. So this is the cover, and now I'll read you the synopsis. It says, late in 2004, Maggie Nelson was looking forward to the publication of her book, Jane, a Murderer, a narrative in verse about the life and death of her aunt, who had been murdered 35 years before. The case remained unsolved, but Jane was assumed to have been the victim of an infamous serial killer in Michigan in 1969. Then, one November afternoon, Nelson received a call from her mother, who announced that the case had been reopened. A new suspect would be arrested and tried on the basis of a DNA match. Over the months that followed, Nelson found herself attending the trial with her mother and reflecting anew on the aura of dread and fear that hung over her family and childhood. An aura that derived not only from the terrible facts of her aunt's murder, but also from her own complicated journey through sisterhood, daughterhood, and girlhood. It says, The Red Parts is a memoir of an account of a trial and a provocative essay that interrogates the American obsession with sexualized violence and scrupulously explores the nature of grief, justice, and empathy. So it is a true crime. I have not read many true crimes. I can count in my hand how many true crimes I have read. I can think of one book that had a couple of short true crime stories maybe. And I don't even remember if I finished it because it was due back at the library. So I know that one. Eric Larson is a nonfiction writer. I would consider his true crime because it follows like a main event and a murderer or a serial killer in his books, at least the two that I've read from him. And one was about like a school shooting, and those are all nonfiction. So at the most I've read 4, at the very least I've read 1. So this could be book number 5 or number 2 as far as the official true crime category goes. But this sounds really good. No, I did read another one. I did an audio book, and it was about, although I don't know if that would be considered true crime either, and I don't remember the title of it, but it was about this gal that became addicted to opioids when the whole pharmaceutical people were like, oh no, these opioids are safe. And I'm talking opioids like Oxycontin and those hardcore medications that people get addicted to. And she got addicted to it and died. And so there was a whole hoopla over that. So that was another one. Another nonfiction that I read that would possibly be considered true crime is something about Elizabeth Holmes, I think she was, who did basically scammed, excuse me, like Walgreens, and that instead of having to have a vial of blood drawn, they can take 2 or 3 drops of your blood and determine what's wrong with you. Oh, one true crime I do know was an audio book, and it was about this scam artist that roped a lot of women into selling fraudulent dietary medication or dietary drugs, and he scammed a lot of people. His whole family were big scammers, and they were based mostly in Australia, and I don't remember the time of that. I can picture the cover in my mind. So I read more than I think I did, but that's overall, I can tell you that's less than 10. But so yeah, the red parts, this does actually sound really interesting. So this is definitely a true crime. Now the other book I think is a standard horror, partly because of just the cover. So this is the cover. There is a red-kneed tarantula right smack here. It kind of blends into the building, and I hate spiders with a passion, so I don't like the fact that there's a spider. But on a horror book, I tolerate a little bit more because a lot of people have arachnophobia. And so it definitely is something, okay, it's definitely something that adds to the element. This is what I saw when I opened the book. So I got a beetle. Are they all? Okay, I think they're all, yeah, all the chapters have a beetle at the front. So I just wasn't expecting that, and that kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies. So this book is less than 150 pages. This is 137 pages. So this is called Bottled by Stephanie Ellis. And the synopsis reads, "The house was his, an unwanted and unwelcome inheritance. As a child, Tyler Vittram spent many miserable hours beneath its roof, hating his grandfather and the man's housekeeper, Mrs. Waits. His only escape during the house visits had been via the impossible bottles created by his granddad, bottles holding miniature worlds in which he could lose himself for hours. Sometimes, however, he sensed something else living in the house and in the bottles, and when he returned home, he took the nightmares with him. Now an adult, Tyler decides one last visit can do no harm, allow him to finally shake off his nightmares. The bottles, however, are waiting, and so is Mrs. Waits. As both house and bottles gradually yield up their secrets, it is made clear to Tyler what is expected of him and what will happen should he fail. Is Tyler master or servant of the house?" So that sounds pretty good. And it's a short story, so yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much all I can tell you. Now, I am looking forward to these. I have never heard of either of these, nor either of these authors. And I am happy that I supported a small little independent bookstore. And I think they're based in Oregon, if I remember right. So, but that's going to be it for this unboxing. So let me know if this is something that intrigues you. I'm just curious. Have you read books by either of these authors? I don't know if they've written more than what's here. Or have you read either of these books? Have you ever heard of either of these books? Definitely let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I'll talk to you later.